Magic 1075, magicatl.com, Carol Blackmon. And with me I have 9-time Grammy Award winner, 4-time American Music Awards winner, the only artist with Grammys in pop, rap, gospel, and R&B, a World Music Legends Award recipient. We're going to be here tomorrow, y'all. One of Rolling Stone's 100 greatest singers of all time. The Queen! And when I say the Queen, I mean the Queen of hip hop and R&B, Mary J. Blige!
How y'all doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Welcome to Magic 1075 97.5.
Thank you.
I am so honored to have you here with us today. I've been doing this thing for a little bit, and I must say I got a little nervous this morning meeting you. And I've done this so long that nobody too much makes me nervous, but you did, and you have. But I just like to say that you are just incredible. We've watched you metamorphosize and change right in front of us, and you are just an incredible woman, just an incredible lady.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your music.
You're
And
welcome.
all that you're doing. Tell us about My Life too, and the transition, the journey from
Right.
one.
Well, my life, let's start with the first one.
Yeah.
The fact that we can even celebrate and do a My Life 2 after that first one,
Woo!
it shows nothing but growth,
Yeah.
evolution, and
Yeah.
change and strength. And we're celebrating the fact that we've been strong through so much adversity.
Yeah.
And not that adversity doesn't exist anymore, but we are just stronger. We know how to navigate. We know how to make a choice.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
better
and,
choices.
Yeah, and although it's hard, you know, at the same time, we still choose the right way. And we're celebrating that. We're celebrating the fact that life is still real, but life is beautiful at the same time. You know, life is happy, life is sad, life is more than just one thing. And that's what My Life 2 is about. It's about what life really is. And the first one was about me saying, okay, I'm dying. I need help. This one is about all of us and what we are, who we are, what we live every single day. And that's My Life 2.
It's celebration. Kind of a
Yeah.
celebration.
Yeah.
When did you know that you were turning that corner and the growth and the change, the for the better was happening through that whole process of the 1 and 2?
I knew that I was turning the corner on the No More Drama album. That's when I spoke and said No More Drama. I got angry at myself, you know, and I said, I can't live like this anymore. And I made a decision to ask for help. I made a decision to pray and receive people and things and friends and family members that can help me. And, you know, even gained a husband through all of that, you know, who came in and, you know, became a friend and now is my husband and helped me with a lot, you know, to get my life on track. So it was a decision that was made during that time.
So, and of course, I think for the ladies in the room and the ladies that listen to your music, for all of us actually, but we could just see that happening. And like you said, when he came in your life, just that strong man that was just rooted and saying, I guess, you know, and taking you by the hand probably and saying, I'm with you, I'm side by side with you. And it gives us hope too.
Yeah, I mean, I had to make the decision to be humble, and because I was the man and the woman for my own life, for most of my life, you know, because I didn't have my parents in the music business with me. I had to humble myself when he came and really believe that somebody could actually care for me like that. Because I didn't believe anybody would care, because nobody really, you know, guys, you know, you did whatever you did, and nobody cared. They just wanted to be around you because you was Mary J. Blige and whatever. But someone actually did, and I felt it in my spirit. And I had to humble myself and believe it, and I did, and I received it.
So you really, at one time, really thought that it was impossible?
Yeah, I thought it was impossible. I did. Because I was a mess, and I didn't want anything. I didn't want. You know, I went through like 2 really bad relationships, and after those really bad relationships had some really bad things happen to me, I was cool.
You're like, I'm done.
Yeah, I made a decision to like my thought pattern about men was crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'm gonna treat them like they treat me, and I started living that way. You know, I said I'm gonna think like they think, and I'm gonna do the way they do us.
Oh yeah.
And right when I started thinking like that, here he came.
Wow. I was like, you done messed it up. No.
But it was good because maybe it was something bad was gonna happen to me, and he, you know, by the grace of God, he caught me. And I'm here today.
So what would you say to women? Because a lesson learned for you. give love a chance. It can happen. Be patient. I don't know. Any of that? What's some of the lessons you would kind of pass on as a result of that?
Well, I wasn't looking, so
don't
don't
necessarily look.
Don't
Okay,
look,
okay, I like that.
because what I believe, I think a man's supposed to find you.
Amen. Let the church say amen. Wow.
Yeah, because I mean, we just always look so bad when we're on.
Yeah.
You know, it just doesn't look good. So if you're having fun and you with your friends and you're even dating guys, have a good time. Do that, but just don't look for anything right now, because if he's out there and you're ready and prepared, he'll find you.
I love that. And you got the men in the room shaking their heads at that. That's
It's
really
true.
true. That's real true.
Yeah.
That's really, really true. So 8 years. You've been married 8 years?
Yeah, just had my December 7th. We had our
Yes.
8-year anniversary.
Happy
Yeah.
anniversary.
Thank you.
Many, many more. And then you have a birthday coming up.
Yes, I do.
Then we got Christmas in between.
Yeah.
And you're doing your promo. Now, how do you mix all this and then celebrate the holidays? What are you going to be doing for Christmas?
I'm just gonna be home eating food with my family and
Good.
laughing and joking and
Like us, right?
yeah, just regular stuff. Ain't nothing special or weird happening.
But
It's
you know
good.
what? And that's good to hear, because we never really know. We gotta have an image of the celebs doing celeb stuff, but just doing our
like what?
Girl, having your celeb friends over. Like somebody was talking earlier, I think Robin Thicke, and he was like last week, he said, well, I was talking to Will and Jada. We're like, okay, just drop that name, and everybody knows instantly.
Yeah.
But I think that's great. I mean, you're really real, and
Right.
folks need to hear that sometime. That you don't have to go overboard just to have a good time with family and friends. And what do you do when you're just chilling? When you have spare time?
Sitting, like sometimes I just sitting or lay in the quiet or read or just watch a good movie, or just kind of like having my time by myself.
Yeah.
I really like it.
Yeah.
So that's probably
Unplug a little bit.
Yeah, I like that.
And speaking of movies,
Yeah.
you got one on the horizon next year, huh?
Yeah, it's coming. It's
Yeah.
we shot it. Rock of
Rock of
Ages.
Ages.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. That was a fun movie.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
With Tom Cruise, right?
Tom Cruise, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Russell Brand, Alec Baldwin, Paul Giamatti, and some of everybody's in
Ooh,
this.
so how did that all come about?
Well, the director Adam Shankman, we met him like maybe years ago at one of Jennifer Lopez's birthday parties or something like that, and he was this little guy that was talking to us, and he was funny, and we were laughing at him. And he was just a cool dude, and we ended up being friends with him. And a couple of years later, he picked me for the role. So it just goes to show you treat everybody like there's somebody. It just wraps back around for you. And he picked me for the role. He said I didn't want anybody to play Justice Charlier with you, and I was like,
Wow,
cool.
That's an awesome compliment. Humility, I guess, is part of it too, of this walk.
Yeah, and just love people. You don't have to treat people terribly, because
Absolutely.